Thank you. Nearly every word we hear on our radios, newscasts, commercials, and so on are read to us from a prepared script. It's a demonstration of how trained announcers learn to read in so natural and comfortable a manner, it sounds as though what we hear is spontaneous. It demands learning to read with such ease that we're able to give what we read the proper inflection and extract from the written material its proper meaning. Well, when a person unskilled in reading aloud is signed up to do a program based on something he or she has written, we must first teach the author to read with such ease and dramatic emphasis that the listener is not aware that he or she is reading. Well, it's a tricky thing to learn. Some find it easier than others. If you'd like to try it, practice reading aloud for a period of time each day. Whatever you pick up to read, the newspaper, magazine, or book, read it aloud, if you're alone. As you do, try to read in a way that will make the material as interesting to hear as it is to read. Do it every day for a month, and you'll find you're reading with much more facility than before. If you have small children, read the comics and other things that you think they'll find of interest. You'll find them taking more interest in reading themselves. Act out each part using different voices and inflections, or let them take parts. Read news stories as though you were doing a live newscast. It's too bad more politicians don't learn to read with more facility. If what you read sounds like it's being read aloud, it loses a great deal of meaning and impact. It also establishes doubt as to who wrote the material. It's especially fun with youngsters. Soon they'll be reading and acting the parts themselves and reading and speaking much better. You know, we don't speak in individual words. One of the reasons, surely the main reason, we have difficulty understanding foreigners in their own languages, even when we've studied those languages, is because we're waiting for individual words when what we hear are words thrown together. Words thrown together sounds like one word instead of three when it's spoken by a person familiar with English. It's because there's no break in between the words. Reading aloud also demands another discipline. If you're going to read words aloud, you must know how to pronounce words you may have been skipping over, and in checking the pronunciation, you learn the meaning and perhaps put the words to use in your own vocabulary. Reading aloud to one another is a learning and gratifying and at times hilariously funny practice. Back a few years, reading to someone was a fairly common practice, and in many homes, it's still practiced with enjoyment and satisfaction. Practice, too, as you read, articulation. The lips and tongue are important to clear speech and understanding on the part of the listener. There are no unimportant words, nor unimportant parts of words. Get them all in, and I'll be back in just a moment.